rise of a powerful kingdom in the Indonesian archipelago, Aceh Darussalam. Strategically positioned on the northern tip of Sumatra, Aceh controlled the vital trade routes through the Strait of Malacca. This geographic advantage brought immense wealth to the Sultanate, fueling its expansion and influence. Merchants from across the globe flocked to Aceh's bustling ports, drawn by the allure of spices and precious commodities. The Sultanate's coffers overflowed with gold and jewels, a testament to its economic prowess. At the heart of Aceh's rise was its embrace of Islam. The religion flourished under the patronage of Aceh's rulers. Mosques and Islamic schools attracted scholars and students from far and wide. Aceh became a renowned center of Islamic learning. The Acehnese people, known for their seafaring skills and fierce independence, defended their prosperity. Their warriors, armed with krises and cannons, became a formidable force. They repelled attacks from neighboring kingdoms. As the 16th century closed, Aceh stood as a beacon of power and prosperity. Its sultan, known for his piety and ambition, looked towards a future of even greater glory. Little did he know that the 17th century would bring triumphs and tribulations that would shape Aceh's destiny. The reign of Sultan Iskandar Muda, who ascended to the throne in 1607, marked the zenith of Aceh's power and influence. A brilliant strategist and a shrewd diplomat, Iskandar Muda transformed Aceh into the most dominant power in the western Indonesian archipelago.
My reign shall be characterized by ambitious military campaigns, a flourishing economy, and a vibrant cultural scene.
Iskandar Muda understood the importance of a strong military to safeguard Aceh's interests. He expanded the Acehnese navy, building powerful warships armed with cannons purchased from European traders. His army, disciplined and well-equipped, marched across Sumatra, conquering neighboring kingdoms and expanding Aceh's borders.
A centralized system of government is essential. Officials will be appointed based on merit, not lineage. Aceh's laws shall be codified to ensure justice and order.
Under his rule, Aceh became a model of efficient governance, admired by allies and feared by enemies. But Iskandar Muda was more than just a warrior king, he was also a patron of the arts and sciences. He invited scholars and poets to his court, fostering a vibrant intellectual atmosphere. He commissioned the construction of grand mosques and palaces, architectural marvels that showcased Aceh's wealth and sophistication. The Sultan's reign was truly a golden age for Aceh, a period of unprecedented prosperity and prestige. As Iskandar Muda sought to consolidate his power and expand Aceh's influence, he recognized the importance of strategic alliances. One such alliance, forged through marriage, would have a profound impact on the history of both Aceh and the Malay Peninsula. This was the union between Sultan Iskandar Muda and the Princess of Pahang.
The Kingdom of Pahang, located on the eastern coast of the Malay Peninsula, holds a strategic position controlling the southern entrance to the Strait of Malacca. An alliance with Pahang will strengthen Aceh's control over trade and provide a valuable buffer against potential enemies to the south.
The Princess of Pahang, whose name is sadly lost to history, was known for her beauty, intelligence, and diplomatic skills. She was a prize sought after by many rulers, and her marriage to Iskandar Muda was seen as a major coup for the Acehnese Sultan.
My union with Iskandar Muda is not just a marriage, but a strategic alliance that will shape the future of our kingdoms.
The union of Sultan Iskandar Muda and the Princess of Pahang, while strategically significant, was tragically short-lived. The Sultan, who had seemed invincible on the battlefield, was struck down by illness. His death in 1636 plunged Aceh into mourning and cast a shadow over the future of the kingdom.
As a widow in a foreign land, I find myself at the center of courtly intrigue. The power vacuum left by Iskandar Muda's death has led to a struggle for succession.
The princess, despite her lineage and intelligence, was ultimately unable to secure a position of power for herself or any potential heirs. The passing of Iskandar Muda marked the beginning of a slow decline for Aceh. While the kingdom would continue to be a force to be reckoned with for several decades, it never again reached the heights of power and prosperity it had enjoyed under its most illustrious ruler. Even as Aceh mourned the loss of its great sultan, a new threat was emerging on the horizon: the Dutch East India Company, or VOC.
Driven by a thirst for spices and a desire to control the lucrative trade routes of the East Indies, we have established a foothold in the region.
Their arrival would have profound consequences for Aceh and the entire Indonesian archipelago. The Dutch, with their superior naval technology and ruthless business practices, began to challenge Aceh's dominance in the Strait of Malacca.
We formed alliances with Acehnese rivals, exploiting existing tensions to weaken the Sultanate.
The Dutch were particularly interested in controlling the pepper trade, a key source of Aceh's wealth. Initially, the Acehnese, accustomed to being the dominant power in the region, underestimated the Dutch threat.
They viewed us as merely another group of traders, no different from the Arabs, Indians and Chinese who frequented their ports.
However, the Acehnese would soon learn that the Dutch, with their imperial ambitions and advanced weaponry, posed a far greater danger. Section 6. Laksamana Malahayati, the Guardian of Aceh. As the Dutch threat to Aceh grew, one figure emerged as a symbol of Acehnese resistance, Laksamana Malahayati, a legendary female admiral who commanded the Acehnese fleet.
Her courage, tactical brilliance, and unwavering loyalty to her kingdom would inspire generations of Acehnese to come.
Malahayati's origins are shrouded in legend. Some accounts claim she was the daughter of a prominent admiral, while others suggest she was a commoner who rose through the ranks through sheer skill and determination. Regardless of her background, Malahayati proved to be a formidable naval commander, earning the respect of her troops and striking fear into the hearts of her enemies.
Under Malahayati's leadership, the Acehnese navy won a series of victories against the Dutch. She personally led her ships into battle, her courage and ferocity becoming the stuff of legends.
Her most famous victory came in 1599, when she defeated a Dutch fleet attempting to blockade the Acehnese port of Krueng Raya. This victory, celebrated throughout Aceh, solidified Malahayati's status as a national hero. Section 7. The unbreakable spirit of Aceh, resistance and resilience. Despite Malahayati's valiant efforts, the Dutch, with their superior resources and relentless ambition, gradually gained the upper hand in the region. The Acehnese, weakened by internal strife and facing a relentless enemy, found themselves fighting a losing battle. Yet, even as the Dutch encroached upon their territory, the Acehnese people never surrendered their independence. They resisted fiercely, waging guerrilla warfare against the Dutch and their allies. The Acehnese spirit, forged in the fires of resistance, became synonymous with tenacity and an unyielding love for freedom. Throughout the 17th and 18th centuries, Aceh remained a thorn in the side of the Dutch. Even when the Dutch managed to establish control over parts of Sumatra, they never fully subdued the Acehnese people. The Acehnese spirit of resistance, passed down through generations, ensured that the flame of independence would never be extinguished. Section 8. Echoes of the Past. The enduring legacy of Aceh Darussalam. The story of Aceh Darussalam is one of both triumph and tragedy. From its humble beginnings as a small port kingdom, Aceh rose to become the most powerful sultanate in the western Indonesian archipelago, its wealth and influence reaching far and wide. The reign of Sultan Iskandar Muda marked the zenith of Aceh's power, a golden age of military expansion, economic prosperity, and cultural vibrancy. His strategic marriage to the Princess of Pahang further solidified Aceh's dominance in the region. However, the death of Iskandar Muda and the arrival of the Dutch East India Company heralded a period of decline for Aceh. Despite the valiant efforts of heroes like Laksamana Malahayati, the Acehnese ultimately succumbed to Dutch pressure, their once mighty sultanate reduced to a shadow of its former glory. Yet even in defeat, the spirit of the Acehnese people remained unbroken. Their centuries-long struggle against Dutch colonialism became a testament to their resilience, their unwavering commitment to independence, serving as an inspiration for future generations. Section 9. Conclusion. Inspiration for the future. Today, the legacy of Aceh Darussalam continues to resonate within Indonesia and beyond. The stories of Sultan Iskandar Muda, the Princess of Pahang, and Laksamana Malahayati are passed down through generations, reminding the Acehnese people of their rich history and the indomitable spirit of their ancestors. The Acehnese language, enriched by centuries of interaction with traders and scholars from across the globe, stands as a testament to the Sultanate's cosmopolitan past. Acehnese cuisine, a blend of Malay, Indian and Middle Eastern influences, reflects the diverse cultural heritage of this once great kingdom. The story of Aceh Darussalam serves as a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, the human spirit can triumph. The Acehnese people, through their resilience and determination, have ensured that their legacy will endure, inspiring generations to come to fight for what they believe in and to never give up hope, no matter how dire the circumstances.